everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode here of the Terraria Master Mage playthrough. Apologies for there not having been any uploads for a little bit here. I've been focusing a little bit on my Minecraft channel as of late. There's been a brand new season of my Let's Play going on over there on the Minecraft 1.20 update, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out the link on screen. And I'm going to apologize in advance because I might sound a little bit snuffly, a little bit blocked, and that's because I've been suffering with hay fever quite badly here in the UK at the moment. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks to be a hay fever sufferer, but, you know, you gotta push through it somehow, don't you? So, here we are. So, I've got my cup of tea with honey in it, and guys, we're gonna try our best to get this thing rolling. Today, my friends, what we're gonna do is we're gonna explore the dungeon, and we're gonna see about getting ourselves a couple new weapons. I am, of course, referring to the water bolt, the aqua scepter, and the magic missile. There's 3 mage weapons you can get from the dungeon. That's crazy, isn't it? As well as that, of course, we can get ourselves the cobalt shield, and we can go for the goal of getting ourselves the obsidian shield, which I think is going to be mighty dang useful as time goes on here. So then, my friends, if we want to continue supporting this series, the best way to do so is to simply drop a like beneath the video. It's totally free to do, and it really does help out myself, the channel, and the video enormously. Consider subscribing, of course, if you don't want to miss out on my future content. And if you do want to go on further with your support, you can use code Python when ordering any of my Apex Gaming PCs for 5% off. And for any of you guys who missed it, don't forget there's a pre-order going on for the brand new Terraria Chibi-Chan's collectible figures going on right now up until September. You can use code Python for a whopping 15% off. And by pre-ordering the Chibi-Chans, you'll also get an exclusive Terraria Gold Bunny figure totally for free. So again, that's Terraria.shop. Use code Python for a whopping 15% off. And yeah, that would support me massively. So, question is, how long is it going to be before we wind up with the beauty that is the water bolt? I've no idea. One thing that is pretty cool is the fact we've got ourselves a couple of chests here at the very start, offering a couple of keys. That's amazing. I'm very much down with that. We're going to use the bee gun here to see if we can't reveal more of the dungeon here. Seems to be doing a pretty good job, actually. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen people roam through the dungeon and ransack it for its goodies many times before, so I'm not going to be spending all episode going through the dungeon here, my friends. I'm just going to do part of the episode with the dungeon, because I think what I'd like to do in today's episode is maybe, just maybe, depending on how things go, maybe try and take on deer clubs. Because believe it or not, there is indeed a mage weapon you can get from deer clubs. And I think I'd like to try and get it just for the sake of, you know, trying something different, you know? Oh, yeah, an alchemy table. Heck yeah, dude. That's actually pretty big. I've been wanting that for a fair while now. And we've got it. So, yeah, feeling pretty accomplished right now. So then, let's go ahead and get right back to being the demigod lord of the bees here, my friends. There are many bees going around the place here. Oh, turns out the bees aren't actually very effective down here. So what I'm going to do is put myself up one of these here crimson rods, and then maybe chuck a few of these down as well, because, well, why wouldn't I? Oh, hey, bound mechanic. Hello there, Kayla. Look at this. We've gotten ourselves a whopping 4 keys so far. That is amazing. Ow! Stupid freaking swinging spiky balls of death. I don't like that. Why don't you get out of it, son? I'm going to open this up, and we're going to get ourselves our first mage weapon here. Heck yeah, dude. So, I have had a lot of you guys saying that apparently the aqua scepter has been pretty heavily buffed in the 1.4.4 update. Or one of the more recent updates in general, I've no idea. But, yeah, maybe it's time to actually give it a bit of a go. We'll put it on our hotbar here, and we shall see what it can do. I mean, I'm certainly noticing already an increased amount of damage. Like, back in the day, I swear this thing only used to do, like, 16, maybe 17 damage at most. So, yeah, it's quite nice to have an increased amount of damage at the very least. But the question is, are there any specific special attacks or anything else that it can do? I don't know. Maybe it can pierce more enemies these days. I've got no idea, genuinely. I must admit, this weapon does feel pretty good. My thinking is we should give this a bit of a test against the tier 1 Old Ones army. I feel like this weapon could come into its own with that event, you know? So actually, maybe instead of Deerclops, we go for the tier 1 Old Ones army. I mean, technically, it is part of the game. I mean, it is kind of optional. You don't have to do it. But just for the sake of being a completionist, you know, actually defeating all of the events, all of the bosses, all that kind of stuff, I feel like we should go ahead and do tier 1 Old Ones army. So yeah, why not, eh? Why not? One thing I am noticing is this has a surprising amount of knockback. And I am most certainly down with that. I can keep people at bay really, really easily. That's amazing. All right, what have we got in here? A blue moon, as nice as it is not a mage weapon. A handgun, not really necessary for our particular class here. Hey, calm yourself there, son. Calm yourself. I'm using my P-stream to extinguish the mobs of evil that exist in this game. Ah, excellent. Another weapon that we don't need. The Muramasa. I mean, yeah, literally the potions and maybe even the dynamite is more useful than the weapon out of that one. Ah, cool, a heart statue. I'll take that. Ah, yeah, see, this is a biome chest we need to try and remember the location of. This one has a rainbow gun in it, which is indeed a mage weapon. Excellent. Hey, even more excellent. We've finally got ourselves the cobalt shield. We'll put it on our social slot for now because, well, we need to upgrade it first, I think. And bewitching table. I mean, it's nice, but we don't need it because we're not a summoner. Another slime rain event. Why, though? Why even bother? I've defeated it like a couple, maybe even 3 times in this world so far, and they keep trying to roll on in and kick my butt. But it ain't happening. I mean, to be fair, I admire the persistence, but there comes a point where it's like, why? Just what is even the point, you know? Ah, yes, here we are, my friends. The magic missile. That is much, much more like it. Heck yeah. So then, my friends, that means that the last thing we need to try and find from this place is actually only the water bolt. So we need to keep a nice sharp eye out for any blue and white books that are sitting on shelves. Optionally, depending on how good our luck is today, it might also be a nice idea for us to try to farm out the Nazar. If we do that pre-hard mode here, then we don't have to worry about it later when we're trying to go for things like the Ankh shield, you know? Oh, this is a Crimson world, so we have access to the vampire knives. If only, my friends, if only this was a warrior/melee playthrough. I'd be so happy about that. Now, I don't know if I'm just getting old and I can't see things very well anymore, but for the life of me, I cannot spot a water bolt. Like, did they change the sprite for the book on the shelf or something? I definitely haven't seen it. I mean, I guess it is possible that you guys might have seen it within the video already and I just missed it like a big old doofus brain. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. So if it could show itself to me anytime now, that'd be great. One thing I might have to do is start digging up every single book just to see if there has been like a sprite change or something. I don't know, honestly. In fact, look at that. It actually turns out I've explored all of the dungeon. I don't think there's a single bit that I've missed here now. Huh. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to go for the idea of rocking up all of these books and seeing if the water bolt presents itself to me. I don't know. I can't believe I haven't found it yet. Seriously. A question occurs, is it even possible for a dungeon to generate without a water bolt? Only if that is the case, and that is possible, that a dungeon can generate without a water bolt, that is certainly going to throw a little bit of a spanner in the works. Because normally, I would use that water bolt to take down the wall of flesh. But if it's not going to present itself to us, we might just have to use something else. Which actually, I guess, is kind of a good thing in some ways, because it means we can try some other stuff, you know? Well, my friends, unless I find the water bolt on my way out here, it's official. This dungeon doesn't have a water bolt in it. I have played this game for upwards of 12 years, and I have never, ever come across a dungeon that does not have a water bolt in it. I swear, I've been roaming around this thing for like well over an hour now, and I just can't find the bleeder. It's just non-existent. It's completely 404. I don't get it, man. Wow. Literally is the first ever time I've had a dungeon without a water bolt. Well, you know what they say. You learn something new every day. Today I learned that a dungeon can generate without the water bolt being there. Like, I'm not the only one thinking that that's complete madness, right? I can't believe it. I honestly can't believe it. The good news is, though, we have a relatively recently buffed aqua scepter here, and I'm very excited to give it a bit of a go against the Old One's Army Tier 1. So let me get back to base, let me do a little bit of organizing of the inventory, and we shall see about doing this Old One's Army thing. How does that sound? Here we are, my friends. We finally got a fully functioning alchemy area here, and I moved the little chest way up here, and yeah, we can now make potions with a reduced ingredient usage rate. So then, Mr. Tavern Keep, what I need from you, my good sir, is one of these bad boys. And then we're also going to need one of these, eh? So, yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the question is, where are we going to do this? Somewhere nice and flat. See, if it wasn't for the starbase here, we could have had a nice flat area here. So, that's useful. Okay, right, I'm thinking the desert seems to be relatively flat over there. If I was to take a mining potion over there, maybe I could flatten it out even more. And by flattening it out even more, we'll have a slightly better time hitting multiple enemies at once. So, bada bing, bada boom. Mining potion. Got him. We are going to do this thing. There we are. Mining potion on. Boom. Let's do this thing, shall we? Oh, I need to get rid of these things before I can mine them up now. I keep forgetting that. In the old days, you used to be able to take out the sand block underneath the cacti, and it was a super quick way of digging up the cacti, but not anymore, sadly. Ah, yes, because the one thing that would make this whole process way smoother is a sandstorm event. Oh, good on you, Terraria. You're such a comedian, aren't you? You know what, my friends? Sod it. I am down for the challenges. So, let's do this thing. The Old One's Army, Tier 1, is approaching. Wow, those are way further out than I first thought they would be. Alright, well, let's see what the aqua scepter is capable of, eh? We're doing this entirely with a mage loadout. We're not even using the Old One's Army sentries. Oh, wow. Okay. Destroying the absolute poop out of these guys, eh? Wow. Dead. Everybody's dead. Oh, my word. Just absolute decimation, my friends. Absolute decimation. I'm using my aqua scepter's P-stream to extinguish the mobs of injustice. Alright, well, that's that lot taken care of. Skipping ahead to the second wave. Out of only 5, of course. You only get 5 waves in the Tier 1 Old One's Army. The boss being the Dark Mage on wave 5. So, yeah, I mean, so far, not really anything too much interesting to talk about here, so I think what I'll do is I'll skip until the later waves, my friends. Alright, so we've got Etherean Javelin Throwers this time, and guess what? My P-stream can kill them all just the same. Alright, running into the penultimate wave here with a whopping 17 seconds left on the clock there. That was pretty crazy. This time we have Etherean Wyverns, the first of the flying dudes. Oh, I don't like the flying dudes. They always put me off a little bit, really. Alright, so there's one up there. He needs to die. We need to try and get on over to the right-hand side here and make sure there's no other flying dudes. There are 2 flying dudes, in fact. Come on now. Take them all out. Take them all out. Yeah. Take out the ground dudes. There we are. We are using our P-stream to extinguish the hatred that is in this world right now. Get out of here, son. If I could go for a nice flawless run here today, I'm going to be very happy. All right, there we go. Take out the last of the guys here. Come on now. We've got a few guys on the right-hand side. And that is it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, final wave with 9 seconds on the clock. The Dark Mage. This is going to be the interesting one, isn't it? I will say, the sandstorm is making it, actually, pretty hard to see the Etherean Wyverns. Like, I'm not the only one feeling that, right? Wow! Okay. All of you guys, who was telling me to use this weapon, you're quite right, because it is rather marvelous. The aqua scepter, my friends. Buffed very, very heavily, I would say. All right, let's focus on this guy now, and that should just about do the job. Come on now. 1,000 health. We need to make sure taking care of the right-hand side here, ideally. Come on. There's a bunch of flying dudes trying to ruin my day. Oh, God. This is actually starting to get a little bit dicey. Come on. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. 700. You know what? I'm just going to go for full damage here. Boom, 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 boom. Yes. Yes. A little bit of damage with that. Yeah. There we have it, my friends. That actually got a little bit sketchy at the end there. But the fact of the matter is this. With only 7 HP remaining. 7. We just took out the old one's army tier 1. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, and of course you're excited to see more, please do be sure to head down below the video and spend a second to drop a like. Come on, I deserve a like for clutching up with 7 HP. Surely. Of course, hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss out on my future Terraria content, my friends. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Do have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.